You all know very well about such a musical genre as K-pop. Many groups consisting of idols, beautiful girls and boys, conquer the planet with their charm and creativity. It all looks very bright, sweet, and beautiful. But not many people know that terrible things are often hidden behind such perfect beauty, and that's what we're going to talk about today. This is our first video in this format. If you support him with your like and comment, then we will release similar videos more often. In order not to miss anything, it is necessary watch this video to the very end. Asia Films channel is with you. Enjoy watching, friends. Singer Sarah from the band Nine Muses was slapped in the face by the director of a music company. It happened right during the filming of a BBC movie that was released in Korean cinemas in 2014. It's good that they didn't cut out this moment and the audience saw the whole truth that was happening between the artists and their producer at that time. The film told us about the band itself and its creative path, as well as the difficulties the idols themselves face at the beginning of their careers. Now take a close look at this scene from the movie in which the band director allows himself to punch a band member in the face. Yes, some of you may say that he's just playing with her and didn't hit her hard or with his palm. But you can at least imagine for a second what he can do with artists when there are no cameras around and no one is filming him. He didn't even hesitate to do it in the movie. So I'm sure this isn't the only case, judging by the way Sarah dutifully reacted. The fans became aware that the bad attitude towards the members of this group from the directors was on a regular basis. The girls were scolded for their every whim and discontent. Sarah is a very emotional and receptive person. Because of this she often cried during filming moments. Because of this she was constantly scolded and once she was demoted to the position of leader because of her tears. And then she found out from articles on the internet that Moore is not a member of the group. When the girl started calling the director and asking what was going on, she received a threat that if she asked any more questions about it, her legs would be broken. The girl did not like that they were forced to shoot almost naked and show their bodies. But the director was set up differently. Sarah said that she was very afraid of the director of the group because of his great connections. But despite this, Sarah later returned to the group. The members of the G-Friend group fell unconscious right in front of the audience and it happened several times. The idols SINB and YUJU were so tired that they couldn't stand on their feet and fell to the floor. Right in front of the audience. The first incident occurred at a Korean group's press conference when the idol just fell on the table and couldn't be woken up. The second incident occurred right on the stage. The girl tried to explain to her colleagues that she felt bad, but no one listened to her and she was in at some point. She just fell unconscious on the floor. All this is due to the fact that young girls do not feel sorry for themselves and are ready to work day and night for fame, and their producers force idols to act and perform constantly, because they need to return their money invested in the project. And also make money on them. This is a real nightmare that hides behind a beautiful picture. Friends, before continuing our video, I would like to ask you to like this video right now and write your opinion in the comments about the moments that we talked about earlier. This is the first video like this on our channel, and if you support it now, we will constantly talk about K-pop and what's going on behind the scenes on our channel. In order not to miss any more interesting new videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Well, we continue our release. The Korean girl group Stellar has participated in many shows. There was a very scary moment in one of them that looks very cute at first glance and probably not many people noticed it. At some point, the girls started talking about something between each other, and then they all put together the word SOS, which means a signal for help. If the girls decided to show it on a music show, it was understandable that they don't know how else to tell people about their trouble. At that moment, the girls were smiling and they seemed to be happy. But later the truth came out and people found out that the band members were being exploited and sexualized on a regular basis by their company. It also became known that the girls were not paid money for their performances and filming. Therefore, it was a desperate step that the idols took to save their lives. The AOA group also consists of only girls. At the next performance, idol Seolhyun became ill. The girl has been trying for a very long time to cope with nausea and the fact that she is constantly almost. I didn't fall to the floor, but I still found the strength to get up. But then her colleagues decided to take the idol off stage. It is clear that the girl could barely move. These are really scary shots, because such moments can end very sadly, not only for health, for a young girl, but also for her life in general. And all this again because of the fact that adult men producers force young idols to perform and work without rest. And I won't get tired of saying that young girls want fame and success. But they forget that health is the most important thing. Idols sign contracts for many years without even thinking that they are literally signing their own sentence. And this video is another confirmation of my word. In the year 2006, the popular band Sia took part in a music competition and suddenly one of the band members fell to the floor and began to convulse. It turned out that the girl has photosensitive epilepsy and she could not stand the powerful flickering of the strobe light, which began to hit the singer's eyes with incredible force. Who is to blame here? Maybe those people who decided to install an incredibly powerful lighting device for the room, or those people who allowed the girl to participate in the next show knowing that she had health problems. I think everyone is to blame. First of all, the directors and producers of this group who do not spare young tired idols and are ready to do anything to make them money. But you know what struck me the most is the fact that when the girl fell, the other band members didn't even help her. They danced on as if nothing was happening, because they know that if they disrupt the performance, they will have problems. The famous idol Jungkook from the popular BTS group became ill during the concert. He almost lost consciousness due to excessive fatigue, stuffiness in the room and the desire to sleep. The team tried to bring him to his senses so that he could continue the show, but everyone had a feeling that the idol needs hospitalization. However, Jungkook was able to pull himself together and finish what he started. Of course, here we go back to the fact that artists should rest. And very often, the producers of major music companies And now, friends, I want you to remember all the moments that I talked about in this video and write in the comments what moment shocked you the most. Be sure to share this video with your friends, they will also be interested to see it. Please like this video and then we will release a new video with this theme. In order not to miss new videos, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Thank you for being with us and all the best to you.